This is how nightmares are made. Pre-video itchies, gotta itch them. Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're enjoying this wonderful month of October. It's an amazing month for a lot of reasons. First and most obvious, Halloween, great holiday. Also, there's a lot of drawing challenges going on. Inktober, Drawoween, and even if you don't like the sketch, you're not a 2D artist, I just wanted to talk about why drawing is such an important way to express yourself, to put ideas down to paper. I'm so passionate about this. I went ahead and asked a couple of my friends who specialize in very different things their thoughts on drawing and why it's important in their lives as well. So we'll get into that a little bit, and I wanted to show you a couple of my Inktober drawings. This is a little bit different, but I felt like this was an important video for me to make. I hope you enjoy it, and let's get right into it. So here are a few of the reasons to draw that I wanted to get into in this video. First, D&D. So obviously I'm a huge fan of Dungeons and Dragons, and there's a lot to be said about drawing in this game. Whether it be just illustrating to your players where they are on a rough little map, or getting into terrain building or diorama building. The next bit I wanted to touch on was just how useful it can be in other art forms or craft, whether that be playing music, painting, or sculpting. I think there's a huge benefit to adding drawing to your repertoire as well. The last thing to touch on, which I think is the most important, is just the benefits that sketching can have for your mental health. It can help you relax, process certain events or feelings, and maybe just for a few moments, it can just help you disconnect from the world in a really positive, safe way. All right. Obviously, a lot of you are here for the terrain builds, for the tabletop content. To elaborate how sketching is such a valuable tool to make your terrain builds and your diorama work better, I have the awesome Ben from Lord of the Builds to show you a really cool example of why it's so important for him and his craft.
Hi Raquel, I'm not sure that I like to draw. The thing is, it's very useful and almost mandatory for me to start with this drawing step before starting crafting or building my diorama. As an example, I can give it to you. Last diorama I have done, I focused on a very small room, and I can show you the drawing. So you'll see that it's very rough and not good quality drawing at all. However, I needed to put this down because it was first just an idea in my head, and I needed this to get out to take, I would say, shape. And this was just a very small room with a secret door hidden here. Many ideas that I just first put down. Where will I put the several object here in this scene, and I needed to do that first to be able to move on to the next step, which is the crafting of the final diorama. So finally I did this, and I was very happy to achieve this, but I think without drawing it would not have been possible to achieve this. This is really necessary for me to draw first my ideas to be able to create such a diorama or such a piece of craft.
So circling back to the mental health, relaxation, processing, however you want to look at it, aspect of drawing, it makes me think of the Inktober challenge that I've been participating in. It's been a lot to commit to drawing every single day, and I'd be lying if I said I haven't fallen behind here and there, but I am so glad that I committed to do it because it's just really helped to put me in a better mood on those bad days, and it's helped to make me inspired to create. So even the days where I haven't picked up the sketchbook, I've still been doing something else, and that feels really good to feel like I've gone the entire month so far creating something. I'm really stoked on some of the drawings I've already done for Inktober, and I wanted to share two of my favorites. If you want to see them all, head on over to my Instagram. I've been posting them over there. So my first favorite one is this cute little monster guy. He's just silly little cute fellow, and I think he'd be really fun to sculpt. And that's an idea I wouldn't have had I not been pushing myself to draw every day. The other one I really like is more abstract. Sometimes I just really like to draw in this abstract kind of way when I'm feeling more upset and just want to process. And drawing in this way, I'm not really trying to make anything specific. I'm just putting pen to paper and spending a few minutes not thinking about anything specific, and it's just really great. My friend Carly here, she's gonna share a very similar sentiment. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Carly, and I choose to draw because it helps me get things off my mind and stop thinking about everything but what I'm doing in that moment.
Hopefully you can hear me over these crows that seem to be killing each other. Maybe we should just wait for them to stop. All right, hopefully you can hear me over all this bird ruckus now that it's died down a little bit. I can finally get back to the subject at hand, drawing. Okay, maybe you spend a lot of time on another awesome hobby like woodworking or music or something totally not related to sketching or art, and that helps you in a great way. So what's the point of drawing, adding that into your busy day? My friend David has a really great take on why you should consider it.
Howdy folks, my name's David and I'm a musician. And I spend a lot of time drawing because I feel like it's a good way to cross-train my brain. If I spend all day playing guitar or banjo or something, being able to draw and doodle almost clears my mind if I'm kind of in a rut. They say that, some feelings can only be expressed through music. I also agree that some feelings can only be expressed through visual art. Like I said, I feel like it allows me to think in a different way, or sometimes when I need to not think and just kind of relax and draw. Yeah, I feel like it's a very useful tool, and I've been drawing longer than I've been playing any kind of music, so it kind of feels good sometimes just to kind of get back to the original form of creativity that I kind of was drawn to. So yeah.
We have moved from crows crowing to neighborhood dogs barking. Anyway, so maybe we still haven't hit a chord with you yet. Maybe you're a professional artist and you're like, you know what? I'm so focused on my graphic design or my painting that I don't have time to add sketching or doodling into my day. But I have Kelsey here, an amazing professional graphic designer, who's gonna tell you why even the pros should consider taking some time to experiment and try something new.
Hey, how's it going? So I was posed the question of why does sketching make you a better artist? And for me personally, it has been a tremendous tool in one, kind of hashing out ideas that maybe make sense in my mind but don't on paper, to getting to experiment with different mediums and styles or techniques that I'm not familiar with but I might want to implement in some future projects or work. And the third is just to have some fun. If I choose to stick with one particular style or medium or whatever, my work can get a little stagnant and repetitive, and I think that can be kind of disheartening for some creatives, is if you're feeling like, oh, I haven't quite found my style, or like, why does everything kind of seem to look the same? It's because unless you're willing to sketch and draw and experiment, you're not going to be able to push past that kind of creative block a lot of people run into. So for me personally, it has been a tremendous help just hashing out ideas, which 80% of the time really don't work. But that's kind of part of the experimenting process, is you have to see what works for you. So just try, even if it's only 5 minutes. So as long as you're doing it, as you're trying and you're experimenting, it's really gonna help you improve as an artist.
Gotta warm up those fingers so you can keep on drawing. Well, I know this was kind of a silly video, just kind of explaining my passion for sketching and why I think you all should give it a try. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you feel super inspired to pick up a pencil, pick up a pen, draw on a sketchbook, draw on a napkin, it doesn't really matter. I think we could all use a little time to decompress and express ourselves in this wonderful way. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you're desperate for more creepy tabletop terrain goodness, definitely be sure to subscribe. My next video I'm super excited for, and without giving too much away, it's gonna be a pretty epic monster build. So you'll definitely want to subscribe and stick around for that. Again, thanks for watching. I'm so glad you're here, and we'll see you next time. Bye.